It was a lovely spring day in the country. The golden corn, the green oats, and the stacks of hay were all piled in the meadow, and they all looked beautiful. A young woman in the Austrian countryside sat on her porch with a round belly. She thought to herself,
How long must I wait for my baby to come out? I have to sit here all alone with these kids, and no one comes to visit me.
but what could she do? Mama must keep herself safe before her baby is born. And then it started, the pain in her belly. Her water broke. Quickly she ran inside and called to her children. The eldest one came to her aid in an instant.
My dear, run to the town and call the doctor.
She said with a nervous smile, and she took a deep breath.
Everything's gonna be all right.
30 minutes later, a doctor came bursting into the house and helped prepare for the delivery. The house quickly turned into chaos. Children running around, grabbing towels and buckets of water, anything they thought would help. But after a long and strenuous day, a healthy baby boy was born. The mother still had some fear and anxiety about this child, because her last daughter had passed away at only a few months old. But still, Mama had a good feeling about this one. When the doctor asked for a name, she already knew.
Abraham.
She said. Abraham had his ups and downs, but his health looked to be in good shape, and it seemed like he had a great life ahead of him. But then, he started school, and nobody really liked Abraham. He spent a lot of his time drawing, and every time he would start to draw, the kids would sing,
Abraham, Abraham, what are you drawing? Your ugly face hiding behind your mommy?
You see, Abe didn't want to be a businessman like all the other boys. He wanted to be an artist, to bring joy and beauty to others, instead of making money from others' hard work. But his teachers did little to nothing to protect Abraham from all the harsh words, so his mother had to step in from time to time.
It's okay, Abe. Let them sing whatever they want. To be an artist, it's a great honor.
He would eventually calm down and continue on drawing. But eventually one day his brother came into the house, singing a similar song.
Abraham, Abraham, what are you doing? Drawing your girly face, scared to be a real boy?
Abe couldn't handle it. He ran away and refused to come back. He wrote letters to his mother every week and promised to become a great artist in Vienna. Fortunately, he still had some money from the government from when his father passed away, and his mother would still send him as much as she could every month. He tried to become better at his craft, painting as many paintings as he could, drawing as many drawings as he could, but it still wasn't enough. He wanted to study art, to learn from the greats, to understand it as best as he could. So he picked out the best paintings he had made and went to apply to art school. Yet the only words he got were, "Sorry, kid, but you're just not good enough. Nobody wants to see or hear what you've got to say. No one wants to see art like this. Maybe you should just pack up and become a businessman or an accountant or something. Now, get out of my office. I got to give this same speech to 25 other people today." He was rejected 2 other times in the same week, hearing the same speech over and over again. The next week wasn't looking much better either. He got a letter with the worst news he could ever get. His widowed mother had passed away. He had nothing left. No money, no education, and no family who wanted him. He was homeless and completely broken. After a while, Abe managed to get his spirits up a little. He started to paint postcards of monuments and landmarks for tourists. One day he was painting these postcards, and a fancy-looking man approached him. "What are you painting there, son?" He didn't know what to say. He was never really interrupted when he was doing his work. "Say, kid, I like your style. These brush strokes feel raw and so unfiltered. It looks like I'm looking at the architecture right in front of me. You're making it look alive."
Why, thank you, sir. I don't even know what to say.
"Hey, no need to say anything. I got a proposition for you." The man smirked at Abe and took out his business card. "Would you like to come work for me at my company, creating more art for me?" Abe just looked at him, and a tear rolled down his cheek.
No, I'm sorry, but I can't let those bullies win. I want to be an artist.
After hearing this, the businessman was furious. Oh, so you think you're some high and mighty artist now? You think you're above us working men, huh? With great fear in his eyes, Abe replied,
No, I just don't want to make a living from others' hard work.
The fancy man looked at the boy with disgust in his eyes and spat on him and walked away. Still, it left Abe with a smile on his face, because he avoided becoming a man who destroys instead of one who creates. But a couple weeks later, Abraham froze to death in the streets of Vienna, since there wasn't any more beds at the homeless shelter. So I guess the overall moral of the story is, treat others how you want to. No, that's not it. Every mistake is a lesson to. No, I don't think that's it either. Sometimes all you need to do is accept yourself for what. Stand by your principles. I'm not really sure. You see, life's complicated, Timmy. Maybe you should just go to sleep now. Sweet dreams.